through their mannerisms, through their expressions, by the way in which they talk, through the tone of their voices, the word selection, so on and so forth. When people love, they emulate, imitate, to the extent that the lover begins to lose his or herself within the beloved. Similarities increase to the extent that the individual who is the lover melts away in the beloved. You've heard that story of the Sufis. It's a beautiful story. That 5 group of people were given slates and a painting, and they were told, replicate this painting upon your slates. And the examiner will be here in a few days' time. Everyone began to copy the painting on their slate. 5 days were over, the examiner came. He went to the first group, gave them mark, second one, third, fourth. When it came to the 5th one, the examiner, he said, where is your painting? They presented a reflective slate. The examiner said, but there is no painting here. They said, but the slate was dirty. They said, so? They said, well, we began to clean the slate and polish it. So it was removed of everything that did not belong there. The examiner said, but where is the painting? They said, bring the original painting. When the original painting was brought, they placed it in front of this reflective slate. And lo and behold, the original painting was reflected as it was in its original glory. They said, why should we duplicate something when we can have the original? Such is the meaning of love, that when the eye is purged of itself, to this huge, great yearning for Allah, Jalla Jalaluhu, the intention starts becoming godly, and the man starts becoming godly, to the extent that they are no longer emulating Hussein and Hassan and Rasulullah and Ali ibn Abi Talib through their own tarnished souls. They give themselves to Muhammad and Ali Muhammad to such an extent that Ali Muhammad begins to reflect through them. They efface themselves to such a degree. And that is why Allah said, Abdi ata'ni aj'alaka masali. O slave, be obedient to me and I shall make you my like. He did not say, I will make you a like of me, similar to me. He did not say, aj'aluka mithli. Our ulama are saying, mithl means an example of me, which is a lower version of me. Mathali means my like, my reflection, something to that extent. That is the agency of love. However, love with sincerity, when that sincerity is purging me in that love at every instance until nothing but he remains. Look at Iblis, how much he has loved Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. How much he has loved Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, that he refuses to bow to Adam. Why? Because he is loving Allah on his terms. By Allah, if he loved Allah on Allah's terms, he would say, oh Lord, not only Adam, but I remain in prostration even to the humble creatures of this earth for your sake. My beloved, I would not do sajda to him, but if it pleases you, I will do sajda to one and all. But there is a greater message here as we go into the theme for the minutes that are remaining. You see, Iblis, through his love, only saw Allah to his extent. And that was the Allah that was other than his world. But Ibrahim is burnt in Allah to an extent that he sees Allah through the world. When I see things on my terms, they are as limited as I am. But when we begin to see with the eyes of Allah Jalla Jalaluhu, then there is no place but that there is Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. Iblis found such a great calamity when Allah said sajda to Adam, that he couldn't withstand it, since he understood Allah is such a lofty being, and he has loved Allah so much, he cannot comprehend Allah through anyone but Allah. And he found this the greatest tragedy and calamity. And here you come to Karbala. Allahu Akbar. Hussein's face is being poked at by Ubaidullah ibn Ziyad. And he said, Zainab, how did you find the decree of Allah regarding your brother Hussein? She said, Ma ra'aytu illa khaira o jamila. I have not seen anything but beauty from Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. Look at the two different perspectives. One in love with the truth on their terms, and another in love with the truth for the sake of the truth. One is effaced totally, and the other one is restricted even through Allah totally. So this love is actively pursuing the intention for the sake of the intention with sincerity, in which the soul is purged of its own self and its own limitations to the extent that it begins to become the beloved. There's a hadith Qudsi that I've heard from our Maulanas, in which Allah says, Man talabani wajadani. The one who seeks me finds me. Man wajadani arafani. The one who finds me recognizes me. Man arafani ahabbani. The one who recognizes me falls in love with me. Man ahabbani ashaqani. The one who falls in love with me becomes passionately involved with me. Man ashaqani ashaqtuhu. The one who becomes passionately involved with me, I too become passionately involved with him. Man ashaqtuhu qataltuhu. The one who I begin to love passionately, I kill them. وَمَنْ قَتَلْتُهُ فَعَلَيَّ دِيَّتُهُ. And the one I put to death, then I am the one who will pay their blood money. وَمَنْ عَلَيَّ دِيَّتُهُ. And the one whose blood money I am to pay. What is the blood money, O Lord, that you will pay? He responds, فَأَنَا دِيَّتُهُ. I am his blood money. Imagine that I will be his blood money. It will be nothing but me. Look at this Hussein today. You find the name of Hussein concomitant, accompanied by Islam. Wherever you will see Islam, you will find the name of Hussein. Wherever you see the name of Hussein, you will find the name of Islam. People may forget the name of Ali, of Abu Bakr, of Umar, of Osman, whoever they were, but they will not forget the name of Hussein. And I say this through utmost experience. Look at the truth of Hussein. I want to develop this just slightly. Look at the truth of Hussein ibn Ali. He stands at those glorious levels of godliness where he is not even touched by Islam. Even Islam seems to be a tarnish for the name of Hussein. As I said, have bigger hearts to listen to this. Today, the Islam of Allah, the Islam of the Prophet that was given to us, this beautiful human beauty and reality, has become so restricted that the mosque of God remains empty. It ceases, or it has ceased to draw people to it, hasn't it? Today nobody feels confident enough to go to this mosque. A sinner does not feel confidence in Allah to approach Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. Allahu Akbar. Even if we sin the mightiest sins, what stops us to go into sajda and to embrace Allah once again?